Be an extraordinary leader, a vegan leader.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visite suprememastertv.com/schedule.
저희 방송은 다양한 언어를 제공합니다. 다음을 참고하세요. suprememastertv.com/schedule.
If we could retrace the steps of this 1906 expedition and recapture Vittorio Sella's glacier images, then we could show people how much this place had changed.
The Rwenzori Mountains, Africa's Mountains of the Moon, Part 2 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
The residents of Uganda showed their caring interest with Uhaligani. That means, how are you? In Swahili. Adventurous viewers, I am Ashraf. The cheerful Ugandan people invite you to join the circle of compassion and spread peace to every corner of the universe. We are delighted to have you join us for part 2 of the 2-part series called The Rwenzori Mountains, Africa's Mountains of the Moon. Located mostly in southwestern Uganda and stretching into the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the Rwenzori Mountains are notable for their spectacular alpine scenery, containing equatorial glaciers, waterfalls, snowfields, and lakes. The region is also known for its amazing wealth and uniqueness of biodiversity, due largely to the combination of high altitude and the range's immediate proximity to the equator. The Rwenzori Mountains are the highest mountain range in Africa and are home to the continent's 5th tallest peak, Mount Stanley. Mount Stanley is actually a collection of around 11 peaks. The tallest one is known as Margarita, which at 5,109 meters or 16,762 feet tall is the highest of the Rwenzori peaks and supports several glaciers. Mount Speke is the second highest mountain in this range, reaching 4,890 meters or 16,043 feet. It is named after John Speke, who made several expeditions in search of the source of the White Nile during the 19th century. The White Nile and Blue Nile are the two main tributaries of the Nile River, the longest river in Africa. British explorer Henry Morton Stanley, Speke's one-time expedition partner and namesake of Mount Stanley, is also credited with naming the ranges Rwenzori, which he thought to mean rainmaker. Indeed, the area gets about 250 days of rain annually due to being in the Intertropical Convergence Zone, or ITCZ, which means guaranteed deluges each spring and autumn. The name Rwenzori, or Rwenzori, comes from the local Bakanjo language and actually means place of snow. Rwenzori is not only a local name for the region, but it is also the name of the Ugandan subnational kingdom of the Kanjo and Amba peoples. The foothills were terraced by humans centuries ago, where the fertile land is ideal for crop growing. The local people continue to live in awe of Kitasamba, the god who sits on top of the mountains, the great one who does not climb. They also pay homage to Kalisha, the protector god of the mountain's wildlife. In this way, the Bakanjo people maintain and honor a respect for the natural environment in which they live. Both Rwenzori Mountains National Park in Uganda and Virunga National Park of the Democratic Republic of the Congo are working together on a variety of conservation issues, including united patrols guarding against unwanted human intrusion. They monitor the area, protecting the environment from harm, warding off poachers, and monitoring the effects of global warming. Water quality assessment is especially important, as the Nile River remains a source of water for millions of African people. Snow recession and excessive glacial melting are an ever-present concern as temperatures continue to rise. Uganda increasingly faces torrential rain and droughts. uncharacteristic rainfall patterns in recent years have seen destructive flooding, including widespread erosion of riverbanks. Let's take a moment to pray that all people swiftly adopt the planet-protecting vegan lifestyle. Award-winning American photographers, filmmakers, and biologists Nathan Dabin and Neil Lawson relate stories to film and photography. Their 2013 film, Snows of the Nile, was filmed in Uganda's Rwenzori Mountains, documenting the tragic disappearance of Africa's last tropical glaciers. Commenting on the precious Rwenzori Mountains, Nathan Dabin said, "Most of the plants and animals you find there can't be found anywhere else in the world."
It's a strange thing to visit a beautiful place that you know will disappear. For most of recorded history, the Rwenzoris have been a pretty mysterious place. Everything about the mountains defied expectations. We just had to see this place. The glaciers of the Rwenzoris were already 80% smaller than they were a century ago, and some scientists were estimating that they would be gone in less than 20 years.
The film shows how much the mountains have changed since 1906, when Prince Luigi Amadeo, Duke of Abruzzi, led an expedition to the Rwenzori Range. He climbed 16 summits, including the 6 principal peaks. One of them, Mount Luigi di Savoia, is the 6th highest point in Uganda, with a height of 4,627 meters, or 15,180 feet, and now proudly bears his name. Wanting to show the world places that they have never seen before, Prince Luigi Amadeo hired Vittorio Sella to accompany him. One of the best photographers of his day, Vittorio Sella documented every aspect of the expedition, including the famous equatorial glaciers.
A lot of times people think that, I'm only one in billion people, but a long journey starts with one step.
If we could retrace the steps of this 1906 expedition and recapture Vittorio Sella's glacier images, then we could show people how much this place had changed.
Speaking of the difficulties encountered while making this film, Nathan Dabin said,
"There were a lot of challenges in producing Snows of the Nile. First, the expedition was physically demanding. The Rwenzori Mountains are big. All the major peaks are above 16,000 feet. Climbing the mountain with all of our camera gear was a physical challenge. The other big challenge was actually finding the correct vantage points to create Vittorio Sella's 1906 images of the Rwenzori glaciers. In some cases, the glaciers had melted so much that recreating his photographs was impossible."
We got to work recreating other photos from the Edward Peak, and suddenly the clouds were moving out of the valley and there were no new clouds coming to replace them. In the end, we had just enough clear sky to recapture that one photo that we really wanted. We were in the right place at the right time, and we got lucky. The last night of our expedition, everyone felt like celebrating, and our Bakonjo friends showed us how it's done in the Rwenzoris. Those images from Edward Peak really tell the story the best. I mean, we're standing there in the exact same spot as Vittorio Sella. It's the dry season in both photos. And yet, 100 years later, it looks like a completely different mountain range.
The p2o2 know these mountains are changing. They see it every time they bring climbers into the mountains. And the irony is that they have almost nothing to do with the cause of the change. Uganda isn't an industrialized nation, but they're the ones who are seeing the climate change in their backyards, and it's going to affect their livelihoods.
Sadly, innocent lives can be adversely affected by our choices on how we live daily and the foods we consume. We close today's program with a hope-filled message from 2009 during a conference with Supreme Master Ching Hai and His Respected Excellency Fidel V. Ramos, who served as the 12th President of the Philippines and is a Shining World Leadership Award recipient. Supreme Master Ching Hai emphasized the urgent need to take action to reverse the detrimental effects of climate change, with an organic vegan lifestyle being the easiest and most effective solution.
If we reduce the livestock raising, then we can reduce all the toxic gases, lingering in our air right now. And if we go organic vegan, then everything will be back to normal before and even better. The weather will become better. Not only the ice stop melting, the toxic gas will be reduced, hunger will be eliminated, war will be done with, but also our planet will revive itself and will become even better than now, more lustful, more plentiful, more abundant for all to enjoy in clean air, peace, love, good health, and long life.
All information concerning the scientific evidence of climate change and its solution is in Supreme Master Ching Hai's book, From Crisis to Peace, free for download at crisistopeace.org. Our deep gratitude to the Ugandan and Congolese governments, Nathan Dappin and Neil Lawson, and all groups and individuals working to raise awareness and protect the precious Rwenzori Mountains. May humanity soon adopt an organic vegan lifestyle as the fastest solution to global warming and to safeguard Mother Earth. It's been a pleasure to have you, our noble eco-protecting heroes, with us today. Coming up next is Cleaner Erastus, the Dentist of the Sea, here on Supreme Master Television. May the countless blessings of the divine fill your days with awe and wonder.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/NB.
Vegan, love in action.